Well, happy Thanksgiving to everyone watching at home. Today, we want to know what you're thankful for. You can text us and let us know. We'll talk about your responses all evening long. You can text us to 509-448-2000. Good evening and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's good to have you here with us. I'm Tim Pham. What a year it has been. While we've all been through a lot, there's so much to be thankful for. So I hope you take some time to connect with your loved ones, even if it's virtually. Well, one of my favorite people and the people I'm most thankful for is my friend Michelle Boss. Glad to be here with you, Michelle. Happy Thanksgiving. What's the rest of Turkey Day looking like?
Glad to see you too. Wish we could be in the same studio, but you know, this is how it is in 2020. Well, we've had some warmer Thanksgivings and we've had some much colder Thanksgivings. This one kind of in the middle and pretty hassle-free weather-wise. Let's take a look at the forecast for the rest of the afternoon and evening. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies and temperatures should stay above freezing throughout most of the evening hours. No rain or snow to worry about, and we're actually looking at a pretty dry weekend as well. Satellite and radar showing mostly cloudy skies across much of the inland northwest. It looks like you're seeing a little bit of radar returns across central Washington. That's mainly the radar just hitting some of those higher clouds. So dry weather across the region, sitting at 37 right now in Spokane, 35 in Coeur d'Alene, and mostly 30s across the inland northwest, upper 30s in Pullman, right around freezing and the Omak area at 5 o'clock. Here's a look at the next 3 days. Patchy morning fog is really going to be our main concern with temperatures below freezing. But other than that, partly sunny skies for tomorrow with a high around 40 degrees and then highs in the low 40s, and partly cloudy skies for this upcoming weekend.
Well, like Michelle says, the weather is starting to get a little cooler and the holiday season is upon us. A hot Thanksgiving meal is not something to take for granted, as many people in our community suffer from homelessness or food insecurity. KREM 2's Morgan Trow shows us how people in our community are making a difference.
Thanksgiving is the time to be grateful, but it's also the time to give to those in need. Salvation Army normally has a community dinner in their gym, but this year, it's a grab and go.
Gravy casserole, turkey, bread, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, cranberry sauce.
The free Thanksgiving Day meal looks different this year.
Again, this is all new to us. We weren't sure how this was going to work out. We've never done a drive-through.
With Governor Inslee's new restrictions for gatherings, the Salvation Army had to change their Thanksgiving dinner, which normally serves about 500 people. They could not host a large event inside, but Major Ken Puri knows how important it is to provide their community with a hot meal during the holiday season.
And then we're still doing walk-ups too, so we're still achieving our goal of meeting human needs, but it's quite a bit different this year with COVID.
COVID-19 has caused a huge issue for shelters across Spokane. Coronavirus safety regulations reduced the amount of people allowed at the centers. So not only are people being turned away, but they say there are more people in need.
So our volunteers and staff have put together 250 meals today to give out to walk-ups and drive-through folks. Over 400 people spend the night at one of our campuses. They also have received some kind of Thanksgiving assistance from us.
So 650 meals total. That is about 100 more than last year, which their team says is directly related to the pandemic.
For the Salvation Army, we want to be to give back to the community and to let people know that they're appreciated, they're loved.
And the Salvation Army says no food goes to waste. Anything left over will be given to the people staying at their campus. Reporting in Spokane, Morgan Trow, KREM 2 News.
Great to see how people are giving back. Well, there will be plenty of time for a post-turkey nap this year. With coronavirus cases surging, even more stores are closed for the holiday. For the first time since the late 1980s, Walmart is not open today. Target is also closed today as a way to support and protect employees. Trader Joe's and Costco are closed as well. But don't worry, several companies, including Uber Eats, Postmates, and DoorDash, are delivering today for some businesses. Meanwhile, some local grocery stores are open for limited hours today for people buying last-minute Thanksgiving fixings, but some closed around 3 p.m. today. But if you're in the middle of cooking right now, your Thanksgiving feast, and realize you forgot an ingredient, there are some stores still open with shorter hours. You can pick up from Safeway and Albertsons. Well, Thanksgiving is a day to reflect on what we're thankful for, and a local restaurant decided to take a generous donation and turn it into meals for the Spokane community. Today, Fresh Soul gave away 100 free Thanksgiving dinners. They started handing out meals at 9 a.m. until all 100 were given out to the community.
We are all about giving back to the community. Like, all the money that goes in here is going straight back to the youth, so we just want to do something special for the people who can't be with their families.
All meals came with ribs, 2 pieces of chicken, potato salad, and a piece of cornbread. Wow, that sounds great. The restaurant also had volunteers loading up meals to take to students at Whitworth. Well, we didn't know how it would happen, or frankly, if it would happen at all, but Tom's Turkey Tuesday shattered all of our doubts and expectations. In the year of COVID, people came together and made holiday magic. 11,000 people now have Thanksgiving dinners because of the Inland Northwest does not fail. You rose to the challenge, and today we want to say a special thank you to all of you that donated and volunteered to hand out meals. We also want to say a special thanks to Second Harvest and the amazing men and women of the Washington National Guard. Those folks spent nearly 2 months planning the event to make sure people were safe and got a holiday meal.
I'm so thankful for this community because we all pulled together during this really hard time to have a great Thanksgiving. We just had the best Tom's Turkey Drive I've ever been to.
We love that. All right, on to sports now. Gonzaga men's basketball tipped off its season today against a tough opponent. The preseason #1 Zags played #6 Kansas and pulled away for a convincing 102-90 win. Karthik Venkatraman joins us now as there were a lot of memorable moments in this one.
There was a lot of hype coming into the season for Gonzaga men's basketball because, simply put, they are loaded, and they showed how loaded they were today against the Jayhawks. One of the things that stood out most to me in this game were the Zags had 3 20-point scorers. Drew Timme, Corey Kispert, and Jalen Suggs. How about this dunk from Suggs in the first half? Throw it down on him, young man. He finished with 24 points and 8 assists. Corey Kispert scored 23, joined the 1,000-point club at Gonzaga with this three-pointer. And then how about Drew Timme? Led all scorers with 24 points on 11 of 15 shooting. Suggs was the guy who stood out the most, though, and it was his first collegiate game.
It feels great. I waited to come play college basketball my whole life. I remember being a little kid, dreaming, playing on the little hoop in these exact same situations. And when I got out here today, man, I felt so loose, felt free.
Hey, here we go. 600 on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Gonzaga's head coach Mark Few picked up his 600th win today with the program. This was a nice shower that he got in the post-game locker room from the team, so pretty neat. Spoke about how this achievement meant so much from him after the game. We'll come up with that soundbite in the 6 o'clock show. Now, Gonzaga is going to play Auburn tomorrow at 8 a.m. as part of the Fort Myers tip-off event. One more note, but this one has to do with Gonzaga women's basketball team. Their first game of the season has been called off against Oklahoma. Supposed to happen on Friday. The Sooners don't have enough scholarship players to make the trip for the Bad Boy Mowers Crossover Classic. So now the Zags women's team will play on Saturday. Their first game is going to be against South Dakota. That's all for sports.
Let's go Zags. Karthik, thanks so much. Well, one of the best parts of Thanksgiving is the leftovers, right? Turkey sandwiches, so good. But how long can you eat your turkey and stuffing before it goes bad? Well, coming up after the break, we're going to verify.